How's it going, everyone? This is our ice skating rink we mentioned in one of our videos here, right? Whiskey and I's here in the morning on our walk. And they got it all set up now. We'll get over here and get you a video at night. It's pretty cool though, right? It's got all these trees are lit up, and then they great big inflatable snow globe. Kids can go in, and then they get these skates and go on this thing. You know, shout out to Defiance, pretty cool, right? But this is their bringing the Hallmark experience to Defiance. I don't know, I probably mentioned that already. That just rubs me wrong, huh? Whiskey and I come out here every day to take our walk. And I used to always love this, how they do this Christmas stuff, whatever. I'll tell you what it makes me think of, or I can't, but it sure ain't Hallmark stuff, right? Good, warm feelings, Christmas feelings, right? Whatever. Anyways, I'm not sure if I uploaded the other video or not. We'll see what all comes about. I've recorded a few videos. Some of the stuff I just gotta cut. As you'll see, what goes on in current situations, current major events, is quite a bit. You gotta be careful what you say. Anytime, they'll find a way to, as soon as they're able to, use it against you, right? Let's talk about this deal with the guy that took out the CEO, and now they caught him. And as I said, if I already released a video, I know I said some stuff in the live stream that didn't get much views anyways. I'm still testing out to do the live streams. It'd be helpful if I get going on it, because we run into all these issues everybody's talking about, and I want to bring some to light myself with my point of view. And but there's all kinds of stuff going on with me, so it'd be easier to be able to sit down and do a live stream on each issue with the stuff right in front of me. But anyways, let's talk about this, because by the time I get this out, who knows how far things have gone, right? But I'm just having a hard time buying it. I still stand on my stance that I think it was a professional hit. I really do, and I could be wrong. Okay, by all means, people are capable of pulling this kind of stuff off, right? But when you're, I don't know, the excuses they give us, like it's some vigilante justice here, right? Is he really a hero like you're making him out to be? Because if it was a hit, then it's not for the reasons. Then he was taken out for other reasons than you are being led to believe. And as I said before, if it is a hit, it's from the professional side or from his wife, right? And, I'm not here to say I think 100% sure that's what happened, but let's consider these things, because they're coming out now telling us they caught this guy at the most unhealthiest restaurant, fast food restaurant, right? They caught him at McDonald's. And this stuff just ain't adding up to me. Consider these things, right? Is one, pay attention to the news. That's all they're doing, is throwing this in your face and taking away from other issues that should have some spotlight on them, okay? They're acting like, a big manhunt, this happens, we'll keep New Yorkers safe. No, they didn't, and that dude ain't even a New Yorker. They're keeping rich people safe. That's who they answer to. That's who they work for. Rich corporations. That's who your law enforcement works for. 100%. I've been here in Defiance showing you from my case how that's the truth. Some people are getting it and some people aren't following along properly, whatever. The rich corporations decide what's going to happen, right? These, the insurance industry on every angle is corrupt as hell, right? We already know this. But when this news first come out, you're not, and now you hardly hear about it. If I can find some clips, I'll throw them in here. But let's consider this. They were telling us that right at the beginning, there was some news that attached to it that, you know, like, this was not actual a normally scheduled event for the CEO to be going to in New York there. He was, you know, at doing one somewhere or whatever, and this one came up, and he was not actually, when the news first broke, he was not actually, this was like a last minute decision, okay? And confirmed by his wife and all that, I guess. I mean, because that is significant, right? If this is actually just some, you know, did they even catch the right guy to begin with? They've showed us pictures with 2 different overcoats, 2 different backpacks, okay, different colors, shit like that, right? And, you know, sure, that much of the face shot that we got, well, there's other people that can match that too. You know, but I'm not trying to claim they didn't get the right person. I'm asking, right? I'm curious. But there's enough stuff going on here to warrant that, right? But even if they did, as I said, if I uploaded that video or not, that they will not admit it was a professional hit. The news is not going to take that, you know. Pay attention in the news, as I said. They're all over this, and now they're wanting to crack down harder on the ghost guns. Get rid of the ghost guns. Okay, this is the angle they're getting at. And they made it clear to you, you don't come after any of the big dogs. We will unleash everything to catch you in no time, right? They come out so quickly with the information for this, but we don't even still have the real facts about the Las Vegas stuff that happened, you know, 2016 or 17, whenever that was, right? And, you know, all these other things. But suddenly they found this out right away. I don't know. I have an issue with this. Okay, a ghost gun was used. If you was doing this, you're smart enough to evade them all this long. You're smart enough to put in all these resources, all this time, to track this guy down at the right time when he, at that time, had no security with him. You understand what I'm saying? Supposedly this is somebody pissed off, out for revenge, okay? But they still were able to plan all this out, build a ghost gun, train themselves in shooting it, you know, all these things. Now, I realize there's other channels I've been watching. I've been trying to, you know, stay up with a bunch of different issues. And some of these channels I'm watching, the debates will start between the 2 people doing the live streams or whatever, 2 or 3 people. And sometimes I drop my opinion and it pisses some people off because they're like, how dare you question, because they release their opinion because they think they're an expert gun shooter, or expert on, you know, gun shooting stances, expert on what gun it was, and expert on hitmen, stuff like that, right? Like, they got to be all-knowing. I'm not trying to take away from any of that. I'm just saying take a step back and look at it with some common sense. You're telling me one pissed off person who has, you know, I don't know, but he was able to pull all of this off without getting caught already beforehand. He was able to pull it all off, plan it all out, have everything ready, and find out exactly when this guy was going to end up taking an unscheduled trip, event, or whatever it was they were doing, right? With no security, this guy knew exactly when the right time was to get him. That's a professional hit. Okay, they'll play it off all along. This dude, you know, may actually be, you know, professional hitman from wherever, and they're going to play this all off like this was some dude that was just pissed off, but, you know, was able to pull all this off. Now, here's the thing. You're that smart, no matter if, you know, it doesn't matter really if it was professional or not. It does, because the way the public is acting about it, the way the people are acting about it. So, because, you believe that this was a hit because of these dirty deeds done by the insurance companies, when in fact, if it was actually a professional hit, those aren't the reasons. Because what I'm getting at there is also, when this news first come out about it, that supposedly, and now I can't find much about it, if I do I'll post it in there, supposedly he was the CEO was about to very soon, it was coming up, he was going to have to testify about something, right? About some dirty doings with these companies, right? So, it's very well they took him out, and if that be the case, he wasn't such a hero after all. He was doing some hit job, and to help the rest, to shut this guy up for the rest of the filthy rich, right? That's what that boils down to. I mean, if you can follow along there, that's the way I see it. Okay, you're smart enough to pull all this off, whether, no matter which way it is. The thing is, but you had this ghost gun and you just continued to hold on to it. That just don't make sense to me. Okay, I have these little things I'm pointing out are the things that everyone else is kind of overlooking. Okay, first of all, they weren't telling us it was a ghost gun. They was telling us according to the thing, it was this special gun that, had to be recocked every time it was shot, whatever. But I'm not saying it wasn't a ghost gun either. I'm just saying you made a ghost gun to do this, and then you traveled all this way without ditching it. No, you had plenty of opportunity. If you were that smart, why would you still have the ghost gun? Okay, it could be that they just found a dude that fit the bill just right, and they caught him with a ghost gun because he's brought in on some other charge or whatever originally. Okay, I'm just saying, consider these things with some common sense. That's not how these things work. If you put in all this planning and effort to do that, you certainly would be smart enough to ditch that gun, right? And if you're a professional hit, you definitely, so it just don't add up no matter what. They are lying about something, obviously. We know that the media lies to us, and that's all, that's all they ever do. More importantly, and this is something I'm trying to get back at, show us, take a look at it in the actual Christian sense. Hold on. That's what I'm going to say about that. You got to consider that stuff. This stuff just ain't adding up. I had more stuff I was going to have on it. Because, it's flooding all the topics. So I've been stuck having to look into it myself, having to pay attention. And, it just ain't adding up to me. And we'd be foolish to accept what they're telling us, because they're using this opportunity. Now, if you pay attention to the New York mayor and police, now they're, applauding the New York Police Department, which is the most corrupt in the world, I believe. I don't know, they got some award out there for being so dirty more than once. And they're talking about this is how they're going to start coming after people. Drones and, all this. You are now becoming an enemy of the state. What I'm saying is they're coming after the ghost guns now. They're making that clear. That's what they give you, this little bit of information, and want you to, about this guy, when they caught this guy and started letting us know, and they're giving you the least amount of information and making you fill in the blanks. But meanwhile, taking the rest of that time and opportunity to tell you how New York will be safe from stuff like this. Well, no, people in New York die all the damn time, and they just brush it away, right? Because they're nobodies, right? They're telling you, just pay attention to this stuff. They're just putting it right in your face. They work for the major corporations and the super rich, and that's who they are there to protect. And they're adding more security around these healthcare insurance places or whatever. I don't know. I'll show some clips if I can remember. But and they're telling you, they're making it all about going after ghost guns, making this all like everyone should be in fear about this. Like everyone had a reason to be in fear. The only person that should have been in fear was the guy that was taken out. Okay, and I'm not buying most of this stuff they're giving us about it. It is whatever. I'm just saying we gotta keep a grip on ourselves, but pay attention, because don't be quick to believe the same mainstream media that keeps on lying to you and keeps on lying to you. Use your common sense. We don't have to sit here and study all of it so hard as if we're some expert. Well, yeah, that's what a professional hit would look like, or that's this and that about the gun. What we need to do is just take a look at it with common sense. With common sense. If that was indeed a ghost gun that used, it don't matter what gun was used. Why would you have pulled that off and you're smart enough, but you're still gonna just hold on to that gun and get caught with it? I just, it ain't adding up. There's several things that ain't adding up. We appreciate you watching very much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep all of his commandments, for that is the whole duty of man. For God will bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.